Well, good evening, race fans, and welcome to round 3 of the SEEKONK Speedway iRacing Road Trip Tour. Today, we're in sunny Florida for the SnowStorm 100 presented by Watermark Electric. Today, we run the Arca cars on the 5/8 mile oval. You can see the cars circling the track. There goes Ryan Hughes for a little spin while he gets ready for tonight's main event. 100 laps. Caution laps do count. And one thing we've got tonight is you are allowed to change tires. It's not something that we normally do. As a matter of fact, it's mandated that you change tires. That's right. You don't have the choice. You have to take them. Now, you can take them at lap 2. You can take them at lap 90. It's up to you on when you decide to do it. So today's race is brought to you by Watermark Electric, and a big thanks to the folks at Watermark for being a part of our iRacing tour again this session. And they have been absolutely phenomenal with us. So great big thanks to them. They're located in Dartmouth, Mass., specializing in water and wastewater treatment, plans, and pump stations. And you can check them at watermarkelectric.com for more information. So we'll be back again on March 11th, then March 25th, and April 22nd to round out the season on the 2021 iRacing Road Trip Tour. Let's take a quick look at the starting lineup for tonight's event. First, before we do that, we got 3 heat winners from earlier today, and they're each picking up a $4 bonus from Watermark Electric, so a big thanks to them. Ryan Kuhn, Richie Murray, and Tom Axum were the 3 qualifying winners here today. After the top 3 inversion from each heat, Mason Tessier will bring the field down on the point in car number 42. Outside of him will be Austin Flanagan in the number 67. Then you got Ben Amato in the 3. Tyler Clare in the number 40 is row number 2. Tom Axum in the 13 and Richie Murray in the 8 make up row number 3. Ryan Kuhn, who was our fast time setter, and Noah Boucher rounds out the 4th row, 7th and 8th on the field. Ethan Souza in the 30, PJ Evans in the 12, round out the top 10. Then row number 6 looks like this. Nick Wood in the 05, Reese Bogue in the number 4. Row 7 on the inside, Kyle Casper in the 21, Steve Bowden in the number 64. Then you got Jake Veneta and Elias Dibb making up the next row. Dan Vieira, Trent Goodrow, Cody Tripp, John Greaves, and Jake Johnson will round out the field in the SnowStorm 100 presented by Watermark Electric. Now, some good news coming out of the state of Massachusetts for you SEEKONK Speedway fans. Now, don't jump into it. We're not sure exactly what's going to happen, but they have opened up the large venued facilities up to 12%. So, we still got a little ways to go. We got a couple of months before we hit opening weekend in May. But good news is there is a door open. How far it opens, we'll find out. I know Ed and Dave and the entire gang over there at SEEKONK Speedway are working hard with the state and the local officials to figure out what they can do and what they need to do. And when everything is set and done, they'll set up an announcement. But there is at least a positive step for the 2021 at the action track at East. It'd be great to get back to some racing. I want to thank some of our other contingency sponsors, Anchor Paws Rescues. They're giving a halfway lap bonus of $20 at each event. So if you're looking for a pet, rescue is the way to go. And check out the folks at Anchor Paws Rescue. If you're not sure where to find them, well, look for Paul Vaness on the website, on Facebook, and he'll be able to set you up with them. Trent Goodrow Designs, you can check them out for all your racing graphic needs. And Trent Goodrow Designs is sponsoring a free paint scheme to the driver with the least amount of contact in each race. Not as easy as you think. Atlantic Yacht Rigging, global leader in sailboat racing setup and maintenance, and they are sponsoring the Hard Luck Award at each event for $20. Lucas Milhout, decades of expertise providing innovative metal joining solutions to connect the world around us, and they are sponsoring the 4th place award at $4.44 at each event. So the driver who was running 4th at lap number 44. Elger's South Coast Power Equipment Power Move of the Race, sponsored by our friends at Helgers. This $20 award to the driver that improves the most positions in the feature. Bernier's Liquors in their lucky spot. They are located in Bridgewater, Mass. Bernier's Liquors is a longtime supporter of SEEKONK Speedway and the road trip tour. They're a family-owned business that has been around for more than 60 years, and they sponsor a $25 award to a randomly selected driver who finishes between 8th and 16th at each event. And of course, the Ryan Kuhn Motorsports Fast Time Award, given to the driver that posts the fastest single lap qualifying time. So a great big thanks to Ryan Kuhn for that, and he gets to keep the money in his pocket tonight for that one. So we are set. The cars are rolling behind the pace truck, and 100 laps around the 5/8 mile oval here at the Five Flag Speedway in sunny Florida, and we'll be ready to go in just a couple of minutes. At number 42, on the point, that is Mason Tessier, a regular runner in the Nick's Pit Stop Legends division. And he will bring the field down. Outside of him, Austin Flanagan in the number 67. Austin is going to be a rookie in the Sport 4 division in 2021 in the M&D Graphics car. Tessier in the Exotic Rays Tanning, number 42. Ready to go. Pace truck about ready to pull down in the infield, and we're about ready to have at it. 100 laps. Caution laps count. Remember, they have to take a set of tires sometime during this race. There's the green flag, and the SnowStorm 100 is underway, and Mason Tessier gets out to a good jump and sets the pace. There's the 33 machine up on the outside, trying to get his way up into the 4th spot, and he's got the 3 of Benamato falling in right behind him. Ryan Kuhn in the 72 working the inside of Richie Murray, and right behind them, the 16 and Noah Boucher getting a little squirrely. He's got the 5 right behind him as he sneaks in underneath. Down into the corner they go, and there's the 30 of Ethan Souza working that bottom lane as they head down the backstretch. Souza taking a look to the outside of Boucher. Meanwhile, the 33 machine is backsliding just a little bit. I believe that's originally supposed to be the 13 of Tom Axum as he gets caught up on the outside. Tom Axum in the 13, so it is not him. Drivers deciding to change numbers at the last minute, messing up the announcer here. And that's what happens there. There's the 8 of Richie Murray settling in right behind Ryan Kuhn in front of the 33 machine. Seven laps are complete, and they continue to chase Mason Tessier, who leads the charge down into turn 3. He's opened a nice, comfortable advantage over the rest of the grid as he continues to pull away over Austin Flanagan. Here comes Axum down on the inside, that black number 13 working that bottom lane. There's the 5 machine. Nice and smooth down the backstretch into 3 and 4, just ahead of Ryan Kuhn. Field starting to stretch itself out now. There's the 4 of Reese Bogue as they cross the stripe into turn number 1, sitting just ahead of the 29 of Jake Veneta as they come off at turn number 4. Veneta trying to use that outside, drops down, takes a look down low, settles it in. And the 15 of Johnson sitting up on their tail as well. They sit 16th and 17th on the field. There goes Veneta down low into turn number 1. Bogue gets caught up on the outside, and that holds up Johnson, who was taking a look up high. He tries a crossover. Bogue shuts the door as they hit turn number 3. Johnson settles it in back behind as the 64 sits right behind them. That's Steve Bowden there. Now Johnson gets a run down low. Looks for that inside lane, takes the spot away, and Bogue gets caught up top as they roll down off of turn number 2, and we are under caution for the first time at lap number 15. So let's see if we can see where that caution was coming from. Remember, caution laps do count. Okay, we are back as we go green, and a couple of driver updates for you. My apologies to you. The 33, that is Tyler Clare in that black and red machine. The black and silver number 29, that was Cody Tripp. And the number 5 is PJ Evans. We've got that straightened out. Now I'll sound like I know what I'm talking about, I hope. Down the backstretch they go, and we are watching the 33 of Tyler Clare try to hang on to the outside as the 30 of Ethan Souza gets by. A little further up, there is a pass for the lead. Caution flag is out, and that is the 29 of Veneta and the 05 of Nick Wood that get together. And let's take a look and see what happens. This is the 29 of Veneta, and look, down the backstretch he goes. Johnson slides on by. And let's see, there it is. Oh, Benedamato gets caught up. The 15 of Johnson. It looks like several cars involved there as well. Benedamato with some heavy left front damage. The 64 of Steve Bowden is involved. And so Amato with nowhere to go getting caught up. Let's take another look at that as we keep an eye on the 3 of Amato. A little contact there from the 29 of Cody Tripp is where the start was. And behind them, they ran out of room, nowhere to go, and there is Amato going down pit road. Amato, a 3-year veteran of the Nick's Pit Stop Legends division, and an up-and-comer as well. So we're in a caution for the second time. We are 23 laps in, and Mason Tessier, who had held the lead for the first 21 laps, now sits in the number 2 position. And how about that run so far by the 67 of Austin Flanagan? Having a good run, sitting in that 3rd spot, the 5. That is PJ Evans. So remember, these drivers can take tires whenever they choose. Matter of fact, they have to take tires sometime during this event. We're back on March 11th. Barrington Automotive will take center stage. They're located in Barrington, Rhode Island, a family-owned and operated business, and it's been servicing the Bay Area since 1999. They service all makes and models, from state inspection to computer diagnostics to big engine repairs and more. Stop by and visit them for more information. If you're getting the crossover signal, Tessier will have to take it from the outside this time. As Tom Axum will bring the field down. Austin Flanagan, 3rd. 4th is the number 5 of PJ Evans. Then you've got the 8 of Richie Murray, the 72 of Ryan Kuhn, the 30 of Ethan Souza, and the 33 of Ty Leclerc. Ty started 4th and started backsliding all of a sudden. The corner they come, and up on the throttle, and Axum shoots out like a rocket out to the top of the field and pulls away by 3 car lengths by the time they hit the back straightaway. Tessier sits in 2nd as Flanagan has his hands full. The 5 working that outside lane, PJ Evans, and here comes Richie Murray taking a look down low. Right now the battle is for 3rd, 4th, and 5th, and the car on the move is that black and green number 8, the Quick Oil Helgers South Coast Power Equipment machine. He has moved himself up into 4th, now takes a look to the inside. Here comes PJ Evans, trying to make it 3 wide down the front straightaway. They hit turn 1, and Evans backs out and settles it in back behind. Flanagan way up the racetrack. Murray gets by. Evans slides by. Here comes Kuhn down on the inside as they come through turns 3 and 4. Across the stripe, and Kuhn now moves his way up into the top 6. Flanagan has dropped out of the podium and continues to backslide as Ethan Souza now goes to work on that machine. Here's Ryan Kuhn, Ryan Kuhn fast time setter earlier this afternoon as he tries to work himself up through the field. Ethan Souza caught up high. Here comes the 33 down on the inside. That is Ty Leclerc trying to climb his way back up the ladder. He sits in the 7th position down the backstretch. Takes a look to the inside. Door shuts hard. Jake Veneta on the move now. That white and blue number 29. That sits right behind the 30 of Ethan Souza as he tries to work himself up through the pack. Trouble for Austin Flanagan. He gets caught up on the outside as Veneta slides by. Souza had gotten by, wiggled a lot through the corners, and he's lost a few more spots as he continues to backslide through the pack. He's dropped out of the top 10 now And he's got some competition, the 64 of Steve Bowden, who was involved in the action, Ben Amato, and try to work themselves up through the pack. Up front, there's a battle for third. There's the 8 of Richie Murray. And now we jump back to the front of the field with Tom Axum leading the pack with the 42 of Mason Tessier right behind him. They head down into turn numbers 1 and 2, but a car length between them as we have 38 laps complete in this one. There you see the 11 machine holding off the 64 of Steve Bowden. That's Elias Dibb in that car. And behind them, Ben Amato. Field to stretch itself out, and here comes the 8 of Richie Murray. And we've got a car sideways in the middle of the corner. And that is the 8 of Richie Murray, sideways. And there is some body panels falling off of the Quick Oil Helger South Coast Power Equipment machine. We are under yellow for the third time. Got a little bit loose in the corner and bounced off the wall, and a couple of cars sliding by. So who is coming down pit road? Tom Axum. Looks like he might be taking that hard left. Does he? No. He stays out. Remember, 4 tires, they need to be taken. When do you take them? Do you wait till late in the race? So a lot of cars deep in the field deciding this is the time they are going to take those tires and try to work themselves up through the pack. Is it too early? Is it too late? Is it just the right time? So we'll see what kind of a difference tires make. You saw Austin Flanagan falling back as his handle started to go away. The 8 of Richie Murray got sideways and cost himself some running ground. This might be the perfect time for him to try to make it back up through the field. Pace truck ready to roll in. 45 laps are complete. And we are ready to go. One more time. Axum with a good jump on the start. Leads it down off the corner, down to the stripe. And a battle for second ensuing. Here comes the 5 of P.J. Evans. P.J. had a great podium run the last time, and all of a sudden, Ryan Kuhn makes his presence known up into the top 3 as they head off of turn number 4. Down across the stripe they go. And starting to string themselves out. We are 1 lap shy of the halfway point. Tom Axum in control. P.J. Evans sits in the number 2 spot. Third is Ryan Kuhn, who is all over the back bumper. As Jake Johnson in the 15 with 4 fresh tires on his machine. '72 of Ryan Kuhn working. Working the 5 of PJ Evans, trying to find his way up into the top 2. Takes a look down to the inside there into turn number 3. Gets a run down low. Looks for that second spot and edges him out at the stripe and takes over the number 2 spot. He's got the 42 of Mason Tessier right on his tail as they hit the corner. Off the corner they come, and now one car sits between Ryan Kuhn and the top spot, and that is his teammate, 13 of Tom Axum. As they head down the back straightaway, top 4 nose to tail, battle for third, as Mason Tessier is closed right in on the number 5 of Evans into turn number 1. Haven't seen much movement from the drivers that have gotten tires. Thought they might have been up to the front. Oh, there's Jake Johnson up into the top 5. Johnson in that white number 15. New colors for him. He has gotten around the 42 of Mason Tessier and starting to close in on the top 4. Now, did he take his tires too early? It's working for him right now, getting through the pack as we are at lap number 58 now as we hit the stripe. Mason Tessier all over the back bumper of the number 5. Takes a look down to the inside, settles it in back as they hit turn number 3. Another look down, and you can see PJ Evans' line going into the corner has changed from earlier on. He's going in a little bit higher right there and then dropping down to the inside. That's where he's been able to find his car handling the best. And speaking of handling, look at Ryan Kuhn's number 72. Takes a look to the outside of Axum, settles it in, looks for the crossover off the corner. Axum's trying to counter. Kuhn puts his nose underneath, and the teammates run side by side for the lead off of turn number 2. Up front, wheel to wheel, off the corner. Kuhn looks for the lead off of 4, and at lap number 61, he becomes the 3rd leader of the event, and the Berniers Liquors at number 72. Axum still trying to hold hard up on the outside. Settles it in, takes a look down to the inside, looking for a crossover, trying to get back to the front. Kuhn trying to put some distance between he and the 13, and now he's got about 2 car lengths between them as they hit turn number 3. Off of 4 they come. Kuhn setting the pace. Now here's an interesting fact. Neither one of these 2 drivers have taken tires. They need to take tires. If this race goes green the rest of the way, there could be a penalty if they don't make that pit stop. Battle for 3rd, 4th, and 5th, nose to tail. Here comes Johnson down on the inside. He's looking for that Elger's power move of the race by improving the most positions. Remember, he started scratch on the field, and he's already worked himself up into the 4th position, putting some heavy pressure on PJ Evans. At lap number 65, takes a look down to the inside, and you can see the difference between the new tires, or the fresher tires, I should say, and the tires that have 65, now 66 laps up on them. So Johnson on the move. He's up into the top 3. And starting to pull away from that group of cars and trying to close in on Tom Axum. There's the 67 of Austin Flanagan. A lot of damage on the M&D graphics machine as he just tries to hold on the outside. So Ryan Kuhn setting the pace. Nice and comfortable. Now, you know he's got to be hoping for a yellow, because without one, there could be issues for him not making a pit stop, or he's going to have to do it under green, and that's going to cost him. Johnson down to the inside. He takes over the number 2 spot. That white Chevy of Johnson is just flying up through the pack as he tries to close up between him and Ryan Kuhn, and Kuhn is running a good pace up at the top of the leaderboard. B.J. Evans still sits 4th on the grid. The 29 of Jake Veneta goes -1 to the leaders. So Jake Johnson has taken over the top spot at lap number 70. Got my numbers mixed up. Kuhn still sets the pace. I saw him in front of the 13. Forgot about Kuhn. How can you forget about Ryan? They hit turn number 1. And Kuhn setting the pace, but that lead is closing with 27 laps remaining. So I'm being advised by race control that if this race goes green to the end, there is no penalty for not pitting and taking the tires, because the last caution came out late or early. So there'd be no penalty other than being on an old set of hard tires. Now, the way Jake Johnson is running, it may have worked out just in his favor, because 75 laps on these tires are really showing the wear. Up on the back bumper is Jake Johnson, as Ryan Kuhn tries to keep him right behind. The 2-time Legends champion dives underneath the 72, and he could become the 4th leader of the event. Johnson to the front of the field. He'll take over at lap number 78, and he becomes our 4th leader of this event, as he now tries to pull away from the 72. Kuhn can only sit and watch as his tires have worn down. He needs a yellow, and quick, for him to be able to compete, because Johnson has the fresher tires. Now, that'll only last for so long. Eventually, they equal out. They wear down, and you're back at the same speed that everybody else is on. They hit turn number 3 and 4. Kuhn, sitting about a car length, takes a look down low. 79, 80 laps complete, and Johnson is your leader. Kuhn sitting in the number 2 spot, right on his tail, and they have a nice, comfortable distance back to Tom Axum, who sits 3rd, P.J. Evans 4th, Mason Tessio rounding out the top 5, Leclerc is 6th, Souza is 7th, Boucher is 12th, with Murray, Tripp, and Wood in front of him. There's a battle right there. The 8 of Richie Murray working the inside of Cody Tripp. Tripp has the advantage and is able to shut the door there. Look at the 8 of Murray sliding around the corners. He has really lost the handles on that. That is what you call, if you're not familiar with it, a loose condition. It's where the back end wants to slide out and take over the lead as the 05 slides on by. That is Nick Wood down on the inside. Caution flag is out one more time. The 64 of Steve Bowden has gone around, and there you see the car just snapped up along the wall. There he is heading in the corner. And he just back end started to lose control. He tried to collect it, and he ends up in the wall. So 17 laps to go. Now, Kuhn Axum, Tessier, and the rest of the leaders that had not pitted need to come down and get their tires. There's Kuhn rolling down pit road. Axum, Tessier, the 33 of Tyler Clare, the 8 of Richie Murray. Now, one thing you see the cars jacking up and jacking down. You don't get to see the pit crews going out and changing the tires, but a good stop by Kuhn's team to get him back out onto the track. So a lot of the cars from second on back stopped and got their tires. Now, 16 laps remaining in this. How far up the field is Kuhn? And will those new tires make that much of a difference? Look at that. Everybody behind Johnson pit. And Kuhn will line up second. So does that leave Johnson as a sitting duck when we get ready to go back to green? It'll be Johnson and Kuhn 1 and 2. Cody Tripp 3rd. 4th will be Tom Axum, with Mason Tessier 5th, PJ Evans 6th. Caution lights still out. There'll be 12 laps remaining in this one, a 12-lap shootout. And how much do those fresh tires on the Bernier's Liquors number 72 of Ryan Kuhn, how much will they make a difference? Has Johnson used up his tires, getting up through the field and into the front, top of the leaderboard? We'll find out in a dozen laps. Off of turn number 4, green flag is out. Johnson trying to get the jump. Kuhn staying with him as they hit the corners. Everybody else is on fresh tires except for Jake Johnson. And Kuhn powering up on the outside, looking for the lead, and he's got Axum right behind him. Here comes the 29 of Cody Tripp down low. They are ganging up on the leader, and Kuhn finds himself back at the top of the leaderboard. Axum follows him through up on the outside. Here comes PJ Evans up top. He's trying to find himself up onto the podium, and he's got Tripp right behind him on the outside. Mason Tessier on the inside, working down low. Johnson doing everything he can to keep that machine from getting run over. Tessier down low. Problems for the 05 of Nick Wood, as he gets collected up in something, and we're right back under yellow. There's Ben Amato involved, the 64. It's the second time those two drivers have gotten together. Let's see what happens here as they come through the corner. Down the back front stretch they go, and Amato slows up to try to avoid a slower car, and the back end snaps out from underneath them. And that's what transpired there. That was the 16 of Boucher he was trying to slow up for. So 8 laps remaining. But the damage has been done at the front. Johnson now is back into the 4th position. And with everyone around him with fresher tires, that might be as high as he gets, as it'll be about a 5-lap shootout at the end of this one when we get ready to go back to green. So Kuhn and Axum timed it perfectly. A little bit of luck on their side on that one. When that caution came out, It'll be Kuhn and Axum. PJ Evans third. Fourth, the 15 of Johnson and the 29 of Tripp, your top five. Right now, Kuhn has the fastest lap of the race, and that was on lap number 90. Field double up. Looking for the green when they come back around. Hold on to your hats, ladies and gentlemen. The SnowStorm 100, presented by Watermark Electric, is about to get lit. One more lap under caution. Before we get the green. There's a green off of turn number 4, and Kuhn gets a good jump over Axum. Leads it down the backstretch into turn number 3. Cody Tripp down to the inside of Johnson. Johnson falling back. Tessier gets by. Here comes the 33 of Leclerc on through as Tripp works the outside. The 4 of Reese Bogue is right there. So is the... And we go back up front. 3 laps remaining. Make it 2 for Ryan Kuhn over Tom Axum. We are back under yellow one more time. And that was for the 29 of Cody Tripp, getting tripped up through the corner. Was able to get it restarted quickly. The caution had already dropped, so we are ready for, well, as some would say, the most exciting 3 words in motorsports. To the pack. And had the race gone green the rest of the way, it would have been golden for him. Unfortunately, a caution with less than 20 remaining came out, and everybody behind him decided to come in for tires and left him a sitting duck at the front of the field. Field rolls behind the iRacing pace truck. And one more time around before we get the green. Ryan Kuhn, Tom Axum, PJ Evans, your top 3. One more lap. So race control doing the final adjustments to the lineup, getting everybody where they need to be. Looks like we are set to go this time around. The RKM Performance Machine of Ryan Kuhn. To bring the field down one more time. Tom Axum up on the outside of the front row. Then you got PJ Evans and Mason Tessier your top 4 cars. The 33 of Leclerc rounds out the top 5. We're underway, and we are at a 3-lap shootout here with Kuhn setting the pace. Axum is second, Evans is third, and fourth is Tessier in the 42, and they all run nose to tail off the corner. There's the 2 to go signal as they cross the stripe. Ryan nice and smooth on the inside, drifts it up just a little bit, giving Axum a little tease on that inside lane. Down the backstretch, off of 4 for the final time, and Ryan Kuhn picks up the SnowStorm 100, presented by Watermark Electric, main event. Second place to Tom Axum. Third place going to P.J. Evans as he gets his second podium finish in a row. So a great run by them. Mason Tessier finishing 4th in the final rundown. Tyler Leclerc, Reese Bogue, Richie Murray, Ethan Susie, your top 8. Johnson falls to 9th. Elias Dibb rounds out the top 10. And now we wait for our top 3 to talk to them. There's Ryan Kuhn celebrating. His victory here at Five Flags Speedway, and his teammate Tom Axum, and they're going to have a little burnout contest. There they go, lighting them up. A lot of fun right there. 2 good friends off the racetrack. And the Burners Liquors machines come home first and second once again. This time, it is Kuhn taking down the win. All right, so we are now talking live with our 3rd place finisher, P.J. Evans. P.J., a good run today, just a little bit short of that top 2 there tonight.
Yeah, it was definitely tough, because I barely got any practice in. Heat race, had a little, of issues, and, but got a good finish in this race. I'll take top 3. I would like to thank my mom and dad, Ty Alkis for spotting me. Did a good job. Definitely got lucky on that car. Definitely got lucky on the long run because my tires were dead. And I was falling back. So luckily we got that caution, got our 4 fresh tires, able to run up to the top 3 and finish up there.
Now, what was the difference of you having anything else for Tom or Ryan? Because you were right there but just couldn't make that pass. What was the difference?
I think maybe I didn't have like a good, my car is a little tight kinda, but like they're fast. Like I tried, they're fast. It's very fun to race with these guys, race with them, you know, they're good. Always fun to race with them. Hopefully, and maybe I can see him in NIS at 9 o'clock because that's what I usually do. So hopefully I see him there.
All right, well, good luck at NIS and congratulations on a great 3rd place finish, PJ.
Thank you.
That was PJ Evans coming home 3rd tonight, and just waiting for our 2nd place finisher, Tom Axum, as he gets ready to slide in. And Tom, good run for 2nd tonight. Just your teammate just a little bit better than you tonight.
Yeah, I just was lacking a little bit in the center. I don't know what I was missing there. Didn't get a whole ton of test laps, but took advantage of it and got to lead the halfway. Got to lead a good chunk of laps, and definitely happy with the P2 level 1-2 finish.
Yeah, it was a good run during the middle stages until Ryan decided to come out and play for seriousness. What was going through your mind during that long green flag run before that caution came out?
We were just hoping for a caution. All of a sudden, see the buddy Jake Johnson, 5th, 4th, third. I let him go. All of a sudden, I said to Ryan, I go, he'll be there in about like 7 to 10 laps. All of a sudden, he's there. And he passed him. And me and Ryan said with like 25 to go, we were like, man, if we don't get a caution, he's about to put a little gap on us. Walk away with it. But got lucky with that caution. It was a good strategy, definitely for sure. It's a hit or miss. He made the bed early. He had it about 20 laps short, but definitely prayed off that caution. Took those tires, came out, and we ran the top on him. Just good 1-2 finish.
You know, you guys are having a lot of fun this year. You've had a real good series so far. What's been your high point other than winning?
It's just fun to be able to come out here and like these are like that SEEKONK guys. Like it's just fun to be able to race with these guys. And like it's Jake Johnson won a snowflake. Come out here and race with him at 5 Flag. This is his track. So it's fun to be able to just do that with friends and off and on the sim, and you can come on and have some fun and get to have like an announcer like you. You could go back and watch these and have just as fun. Even if you were in the race, go back and watch it. It's just fun that the amount of effort Kyle puts in. Even with you guys and just all these drivers. We had a good, clean race. I don't know how many cautions there were, but only a handful. Nothing crazy. Just highlight would definitely be just long green flag runs with a good group of guys.
All right, good run, and I know you got a couple of sponsors you want to thank tonight.
Yeah, huge shout out to Peter Bernier. We got some twin cars tonight. Looks awesome. Looks even better in victory lane like that. Huge shout out to Ryan Kuhn Motorsports. RKM Setup Shop, brand new, starting next season. Check it out at RKM Setup Shop, selling supersets, tour mods, SKs, all for your official needs. The teammate Mason Tessier started on the pole, got pushed back a little bit, but a solid P4 finish. Can't be mad with a P5 loading up with a clean car. Just shout out to Ryan, being an awesome teammate and one of the best friends you could ask for. And shout out you guys up at the booth.
All right, Tom. Thanks for all the shout outs and congratulations on a great second place finish. We'll look for you at Myrtle Beach.
Thank you.
That was Tom Axum, our number 2 finisher, and our winner rolling into Broadcast Central, last year's Road Series champion, and pretty much trying to put a whooping on everybody again. Ryan, congratulations.
Thank you.
How big of a relief was it when you saw that caution come out at lap 77?
Yeah, we needed that one for sure. You know, Jake played almost a near perfect strategy, and I thought it was going to work out for him a little bit there, but luckily we got that caution, re-racked things, and unfortunately he didn't have any tires left. But you know, that was a huge relief for us and for me, Tom, and Mason. We were all working together there, and it worked out great.
Yeah, the three of you seemed to hook up a lot tonight, and you had some good runs today. How much fun was it coming up through the fields after starting 7th on the grid?
A lot of fun, you know. I tried to save my tires early for about 35 laps to 40 laps, and it really paid off on that run. I was only back in 5th after one of those yellows, but worked my way back up to the lead. And I started driving away until Jake came on those fresh tires. And, it was a lot of fun. Definitely needed that last yellow. And, yeah.
Now, one question I've got for you, because I'm not behind the wheel of these things. When you're out there racing, the tire wear, when it starts to go away, is it similar to what you experience in the real car? Or does it just snap and all of a sudden it's off?
It's honestly different in every car, but especially in these things. What I've realized with these cars just continue to fall off, and that's why you really need to save your tires. With the super late models and the late model stocks on iRacing, it seems like there's a certain point, about 30-35 laps into the run, where you just run consistently the exact same lap times, but it seems to be completely different with these cars. I don't know why. But you just continue to fall off lap after lap after lap until you run out of fuel.
Now, how much fun are you having as we go from track to track? We're also going from car to car, and the different cars that we've run so far. How much fun are you having with that?
I'm having a lot of fun. I absolutely love it. I'm excited for the Legends car at Langley. It might not be my best car track combo, but I tell you one thing, Axum will be good there for sure. But I'm excited for the super late model at Myrtle Beach, late model stock at the Bullring. You know, that's gonna be. I think it's gonna be one heck of a show.
Well, I know you got, before we part ways, I know you got some some sponsors you want to thank.
Absolutely, I think Bernier's Liquors, Peter Bernier. You know, he just does a lot to support us, even on iRacing for me and Axum. Quickie Driver Development Program just re-announced that I'm a semifinalist once again. Hopefully, can make that top 7 at the beginning of March. And Ryan Kuhn, or RKM Setup Shop, Ryan Kuhn Motorsports, my teammate Thomas Axum, Mason Tessier for all the help as well. Very excited for the next one.
All right, we'll see you in just a couple of weeks at Myrtle Beach in the super late models. And that was Ryan Kuhn, our winner here tonight. Congratulations to him. Second place, Tom Axum, PJ Evans finishing third. So we are back again March 11th at Myrtle Beach with the super late models. Yes, we are swapping cars from event to event. Want to thank Watermark Electric for presenting the SnowStorm 100 here from Myrtle Beach with the Arca cars. And don't forget Watermark Electric. They're located in Dartmouth, Mass., specializing in water and wastewater treatment plans and pump stations. Check them out at watermarkelectric.com, and be sure to thank them for being a part of our iRacing road trip tour. Once again, when we come back, Barrington Automotive will be our presenting sponsor at Myrtle Beach. So for all of us here at the SEEKONK iRacing Road Trip Tour, big thanks to Kyle Souza for everything he does behind the scenes, and Matt and everybody else. I'm Kevin Boucher saying thanks for joining us from Five Flag Speedway.